morning, UFL fans, spring football fans. Well, we've had 2 games, and we have had 2 absolute disappointing blowouts. After watching Houston get their butt kicked again under the C.G. Johnson administration, we saw Bob Stoops and Luis Perez destroy Wade Phillips' team 33-9. Last year, the Renegades gave up, only scored 15 points in both meetings to the Brahmas. Yesterday, they more than doubled that in one game, 33 points. And last year, the defense of Wade Phillips didn't give up more than 20 points in a game, and yesterday they gave up 33. And did you notice that Wade Phillips is coaching from the press box yesterday? Did I see that right? Is he trying something new? Does he think that's going to get him over the top and win a championship this year? If not, he should go back on the sideline. Anyway, Callum Barrage, 9 attempts, 110 yards rushing. He set a record for the longest line from scrimmage in UFL history, 77 yards. Turn your sets off there. The Brahmas were never in this game. Luis Perez was his usual efficient self, 20-25, 164 yards. 1 bad pick, no touchdowns, but once again, that man commands the offense. And by the way, I might buy his new book, The King of Spring. His story on where he started. That should be a pretty good book. Kellen Mond, he had a rough game yesterday. 17 of 31, 159 yards. No picks, no touchdowns, a rating of 69.2. We're not going to talk about this game much. It was a terrible game all around. Luis Perez did spread the ball around pretty good. Sal Cannella, Tyler Vaughn, Levante Payton, Isaiah Winstead, he spread the ball evenly all around yesterday. So the Brahmas are now 0-1. Renegades go to 1-0. And I am really hoping that today's 2 games are much better. I mean, this game was so bad yesterday, you couldn't finish watching it because the Fox Network went to their baseball pregame show of the Mets and Astros, at least on my side of the country. And it was probably the right call. I mean, if you want to keep people interested in watching your program, especially if you're a Mets Astros fan, that is that's probably the right thing to do. But today we have 2 games. We have the noon game between Michigan and Memphis down at the old Liberty Bank Stadium. And we got the world champions going for a 4-peat, the Birmingham Stallions against my DC Defenders at Audi Field. We will see if that offensive line from the Defenders is healthy and ready to go. We'll see if Abram Smith is able to recapture what he did 2 years ago, what the DC offense did 2 years ago, and how will this new interim coach do with Reggie Ball leaving and taking most of the staff with him. This is a tough order for this coach to do right now. I say to the Memphis coach who had to take over for Ken Wisenhunt on his personal reasons. Like I said, I'm going with Michigan to win this game, and I'm taking the world champs to win this game. It'll be interesting to see how Memphis and DC are able to recover from the very, very late coaching departures. Now, next week, San Antonio doesn't get any easier. They go to the Battle Dome, as the Battlehawks will have their home opener for the year. Arlington, with their big win, they get to travel to Birmingham. So let's hope for 2 much better games today. I'm hoping they're not worse or the same, because this ain't going to be good for ratings, because once again, we were competing with baseball last night. We were competing with the first game of the Elite Eight last night, which was a pretty good game. Yeah, Texas Tech advances, which is going to hurt the Arlington San Antonio game because they were competing against that. And today we have the first game at noon. The first game of the Elite Eight is not till 2 o'clock, which I think Tennessee's playing that game. And then we have a 3 o'clock game, and which they'll be competing against the later Elite game also. So, as I said, I don't understand why they start on this weekend. I'm going to reiterate, they should have started this in February. I would have started it the week between the Super Bowl and the championship games on the weekend. And I would have played a triple header the day before the Super Bowl and a game Friday night. On February, get some momentum going to March. Because if you look at the ratings for March Madness, the first four, no one watches. Look at the ratings. The ratings say it all. Same with the first round. There are just too many games. They're on from noon o'clock on the workday. Throughout the night, the ratings are not good. Once you get to the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight, that's when the ratings begin to boom. I don't know, is it a statement of variability? Is it being stubborn? Because this is the reason why the championship game could not be played in DC this year. It's the reason why we can't host a championship game in Birmingham, Memphis, Houston, or Albany, because it's too hot in June. One day, they will listen to us. Comments down below. Tell me what you thought about yesterday's game, the Friday night game. What you're looking forward to today. Please give us more competitive games. And we'll talk to you later.